Normally on days like this we have some good news. It is the day that we get our weekly update, and normally what happens is we get new collection sets, new items of clothing, new bonuses and benefits, maybe some different discounts added to the game. With this being the new Naturalist update, we could very well get some new legendary animals added to the world of Red Dead Online. And all of that is good. Last week was a very good weekly update, probably the best weekly update we've had in the whole of 2020, as it was following a completely new update. This week, however, is not quite the same, and we're going to be going through all of this in this video. But if you do want to see me playing this game live, I am streaming every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. There is a link in the description down below. Head over to Twitch, drop a follow, and you'll be notified the next time I go live. If you do want to share any of the issues that you're having right now when playing this game, because we're going to be talking about quite a few of them, then there is also a Discord link in the description down below. So getting back into the video, what has happened? So as said, normally on Tuesdays we get weekly updates for Red Dead, but yesterday on Monday the 10th of August, Rockstar decided to drop a patch. This patch was 164 MB on PlayStation 4, 140 MB for PC, and then 3 GB for Xbox One. And this completely broke the game to the point of where it's been more broken now than it has ever been since the release of this game. And for the majority of the community, you cannot play longer than 10 minutes. The game will completely crash, or you'll encounter one of the many other problems within the game, so you can't even do the stuff that you want to do. The point of the patch was to fix some of the issues that came with the Naturalist update. One of the issues that were talked about a lot was the spawn rate with legendary animals, and that's supposedly been fixed. With this update, I did stream it over on Twitch, and I had no problems whilst playing on my Xbox. We even went over to the Mazakuga location and it spawned in instantly. We then carried on going through each and every legendary animal that you can find within free roam, and we managed to find the Onyx Wolf, the Marble Fox, which may not sound like much, but that is still so much better than what it was originally. Because originally when I was streaming this time last week on this game, trying to find legendary animals, I would spend quite a few hours and not even find one on stream. And then I'll carry on playing after that stream and I still won't be able to find a single legendary animal. So through my experience, it did get better. Whilst I was streaming, players were talking about how PlayStation 4 was completely broken, how they're getting blue screens, how they just can't even do anything for 10 minutes without the game completely breaking. And with there mainly being PlayStation 4 players talking about it, I thought it was just PlayStation 4. But no, it's every platform, it is completely broken. Today I have been unable to record for 5-10 minutes because it would crash. And I've crashed more times today than the whole time I've ever had my Xbox One on any other game. That is how bad it is. I'll leave a link in the description down below on top of the stuff that we've already mentioned. This one will be to the Red Dead Online community, just reading through some of the stuff that people are having to go through. It is very, very bad. We got horses won't respond to whistles. Horses eventually respond but despawn the moment you try to mount, and that would bring in a completely other horse whilst your horse is staying there. We got characters and NPCs completely disappearing. So you can't interact with Harriet, you can't interact with Crib, you can't interact with Maggie or Marcel, no one like that. Fast traveling in the game causes your game to crash. There is now a total of 0 animals spawning in. We got stranger missions not working. If you try to replay one of the main missions, your game will crash. You'll be forced out in a disconnect, or it will just completely freeze up. We're also hearing that the auto aim doesn't work. Not just for legendary animals, as that is a mechanic, but for everything. We got the camp not spawning in again. Moonshine Shack is completely empty and you're unable to enter the Moonshine Shack. On top of not being able to see the NPCs, for the NPCs that you can see, for a lot of them, you can't even deal damage to them. So by going to the bounty board and asking for a bounty, you will get a bounty that you cannot kill, you cannot shoot, you cannot aim, you cannot lasso. Full damage does not kill you, so there's many players being able to jump off a number of different high locations without even having any issue whatsoever. They survive it. We got invisible cart drivers, so there's wagons just riding around in these towns which are complete ghost towns, and there's no one there to control the wagons. They're just riding around freely. These towns that you go into, Blackwater, St. Denis, Valentine, Strawberry, Tumbleweed, Armadillo, all of these different locations on the map no longer really matter, because if you head over to there, nothing really spawns in. You have the buildings, nothing else. So you can't even interact with some of the shopkeepers that are in the game. And if you do not encounter all of these, you are extremely lucky. There's a lot of these that if you encounter, that's it, you're done, you cannot play. You have to dashboard start again, find a new lobby. And if you do get extremely lucky where NPCs are spawning in, where animals are spawning in, where legendary animals are spawning in, where you can go over to your Moonshine Shack, enter it. When you do enter it, you can see Maggie, you can see Marcel, you can see the band, you can see other NPCs. You can then do a delivery. You still have to do all of this without getting a crash, and players are reporting that this is happening every couple minutes. So to conclude everything, normally Tuesdays are pretty good. Normally Tuesdays we get our weekly update. You get excited about some of the new items of clothing so you can dress up your character, maybe some new bonus and benefits, maybe there's something that you've been wanting for a very long time, but unfortunately you haven't got quite enough money to get it. Now that item has been discounted and you can afford it. And the most exciting thing recently is legendary animals coming to the game. So we would have had some legendary animals as well. But all of that is completely pointless because right now you cannot do anything. Because majority of players have not been able to play this game, we can't actually tell what this patch has been able to fix. We don't know if it's done anything. We're seeing a lot of the issues that we've had months and months and months ago, nearly even pushing a year ago, to where camps weren't spawning in, where animals weren't spawning in properly. All of that is now back, despite being fixed 2 weeks ago on the 28th of July when this new Naturalist update was released. With videos like this, where it is pretty much a rant about the game and just highlighting the absolute mess it is, I'm going to tell you that it's not worth playing Red Dead Online. Even I've taken a break today. I logged on to get my daily challenge, and I know so many other players have been unable to do that, but I want to keep that streak up, so I logged on, did my daily challenge, recorded some broken footage for this video, and then I was done. That's me finished for today. I'll probably do the same thing tomorrow, with the exception of recording broken footage. I refuse to play this game. But I'm also going to leave a link in the description to Rockstar feedback. I know in quite a few different situations that we've been in the past with Red Dead, especially as a Red Dead fan, it does feel like Rockstar completely ignore us. But when there is an issue within the game, you have to go to the developers. You have to go to the company that put this all together. And the best way to do that is through these feedback forms. Many players are hoping that Rockstar will revert back to the original build, that they'll completely scrap this patch, go back to what it was originally. And I think that is better. Yes, legendary animals do not spawn in, but we can deal with that later. Right now, players aren't able to do anything. With all of these problems that players are going through, we're still waiting for Rockstar and Rockstar support to acknowledge them. I'm hoping with the amount of problems that are currently within the game from this latest patch, as already mentioned, this is the worst Red Dead Online has ever been, and that is no exaggeration. I'm hoping Rockstar can acknowledge this and start pushing out some actual proper patches that take steps in the right direction, instead of taking one step forward and 2,000 steps back. The last time players had an issue with the game and issues with Rockstar, we all dressed up as clowns, and that was as a protest, as a way just to make joke of the situation. But I can't imagine what it would be this time, with there being real major issues within the game, not being able to play it, so you can't even log onto the game to dress up as a clown again to protest this. So that is where we're currently at right now with this game. Naturalist update was very good, but unfortunately the patch has made it completely unbearable. Let me know in the comment section down below some of the issues that you're having to go through. Is it some of the stuff that I've mentioned in this video, which has been quite a few, or is it something completely different? I have been looking on the Red Dead Online community at seeing some of the clips that people have uploaded. There is some very awful stuff, but there's also some very funny stuff. Seeing videos of horses levitating whilst there's an NPC on the back, but the horse animation isn't them walking on land, it's actually them swimming. It's incredibly weird, some of the stuff, but you can't help but laugh at it. So let me know in the comment section down below some of the issues that you're having to go through, whether or not they're absolutely god awful bad, or whether or not it ends up being something kind of funny, like a swimming horse floating in the air. If you do want to talk more in depth about Red Dead Online, there is a stream link in the description down below, and also there is the Discord link. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.